Israel and the United States are condemning International Criminal Court prosecutors who are seeking arrest warrants for Israel's prime minister and defense minister for alleged war crimes. The court also wants warrants for the leaders of the Hamas terrorist group. Israel says the ICC's overall actions are like drawing a moral equivalence between President George W. Bush and his response to 9/11 and the mastermind of the September 11th attacks, Osama bin Laden. Fox's Trey Yingst reports from Tel Aviv.
Arrest warrants have been requested for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli defense minister, and 3 Hamas leaders suspected of war crimes and crimes against humanity in Gaza and Israel.
Starvation of civilians as a method of warfare, taking of hostages as a war crime, rape and other acts of sexual violence during captivity.
The chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, Karim Khan, says it's based on interviews with survivors, eyewitnesses, and experts. A panel of 3 judges will now determine whether to actually issue the arrest warrants for these alleged crimes.
This is exactly what the new anti-Semitism looks like. It has moved from the campuses in the West to the court in The Hague. What a shame.
Dozens of countries, including the U.S. and Israel, don't accept the court's jurisdiction over war crimes. So even if the warrants are issued, the accused do not face immediate risk of prosecution. But it's just the latest in growing criticism of Israel's handling of the humanitarian crisis evolving out of the war in Gaza. U.S. officials standing by Israel, though, rejecting the idea of arrest warrants, calling into question the legitimacy and credibility of the investigation.
This decision does nothing to help and could jeopardize ongoing efforts to reach a ceasefire agreement that would get hostages out of Gaza and surge humanitarian assistance in. This action will embolden Hamas and embolden the leadership of Hamas, who have been the principal obstacle to achieving a ceasefire agreement.
Hamas also denounced the ICC's request seeking the arrest of its leaders. In Tel Aviv, Trey Yingst, Fox 4 News.